In today's Necron Tier List video, we are going to look at the other units which don't really warrant a video, but I'm just going to make a video talking about them anyway. Best Necron Units 2022, and it's coming right up.
Necrons!
Nick speaking, and welcome to this video, right, the final part in my little mini-series looking at Necron units. I'm just selecting my top 3 units. I've still got dedicated transports, Lords of War and fortifications, which, let's face it, don't really warrant a list. However, I want to cover them so that I've covered the whole of the book. So let's start off with fortifications. We only have one fortification, the Convergence of Dominion. I've never played it. I love the miniatures. Out of all the new miniatures that came out when they were released, this is the one that I really liked, and it's the one I painted first, and I haven't played it. I want to play it, but I haven't played it. The rules just don't really stack up. It's hard to deploy because of the way fortifications interact with terrain, and for the points that they cost, they're just not worth it. So yeah, that's that. Okay, Lords of War. Of course, we've got the Silent King, #1 spot. So many good rules. This guy is fantastic. He's great by himself. He can do a lot of work, and he's fantastic at buffing the rest of the army. Most notably, very good in the Novok dynasty. He can buff shooting core units. He can buff assault core units. And we've got a lot more core units now in the army. But he's definitely the best warlord we have, and arguably the best unit in the whole Codex. I don't think we really need to talk about the others too much. We have the Monolith, which has come down in points, 330. It is usable now. It's not the best, but it's usable, and I plan to use it more often now that it's come down in points. We have the Obelisk, which is just pretty bad, let's face it, especially the way that the game's gone with, Tesla with no AP, etc. So yeah, that's bad. The Tesseract Vault is probably going to be second choice on the list because of course the powers of the Catan making it pretty decent, but it's still a lot of points, and you're probably better off just having a couple of Catans on the table. So that's the Lords of War done. It's going to be the Silent King as #1, the Tesseract Vault as #2, and then the Monolith as #3, with the Vault, as it was in all of 8th edition, at the bottom of the Necron table for the points. Because obviously points, well, they don't mean prizes, but they certainly mean a lot when it comes to making a list. We then have dedicated transport and flyers, and I'm going to sort of lump these all together. Now the Night Scythe has gone up in the world a bit now with the core units that we have, with the new keyword on a lot of our units, meaning we can transport more units if we want to. So the Night Scythe bomb is a thing, and I will be making a video on the Night Scythe bomb in the future because it's quite good. The Doom Scythe, with its very big, very nasty gun, is very nice, but it is pretty expensive in points. And just like the model, where you have one model which you can just easily change from a Doom Scythe or a Night Scythe, you don't need magnets, you just push in the portal or you push in the gun, depending on which one you want to use. Just like the model, I'm actually going to give these joint second place because they're both quite similar. So that's that, which of course means the Ghost Ark is our best dedicated transport. Only being able to transport warriors, of course, and not a full unit, only 10, but it's still very good because you're transporting objective secure troops onto an objective. You can then disembark them, you can move the Ghost Ark off onto another objective. You've got some rapid firing support guns there, make it objective secure with Eternal Conquerors, and that's another unit your opponent will find tough to remove because obviously it's a vehicle, it's got quantum shielding, it's got a lot of wounds, a decent save, and can be a bit of a pain in the bum. Plus it takes up quite a bit of room on the table as well, so quite good for blocking areas, and of course it can fly. So the Ghost Ark, top of the list, 4 dedicated transports. And that is the whole Codex covered. I really hope you enjoyed this series of videos. If you did, let me know in the comments box below. And if you haven't seen the other videos, here is a playlist where you can watch them next.